If you follow the Yellowstone River as it flows north through the heart of the national park, you eventually reach a place where the world seems to split in two, a vast chasm carved by forces beyond imagination. This is the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, one of the most breathtaking natural wonders in the United States, not because of its size alone, but because of its color, power, and mystery. To understand the canyon, you have to travel back more than 600,000 years to the last massive eruption of the Yellowstone supervolcano. That explosion released more than 1,000 cubic kilometers of ash and molten rock, reshaping the entire landscape into a vast caldera. Over the millennia that followed, volcanic heat, geysers, and hydrothermal activity continued to sculpt the ground, cooking minerals in the rock walls until they turned yellow, red, orange, and pink, colors that shimmer today under the mountain sunlight. That's why it's called the Yellowstone, not for the river, not for the park, but for these sulfur-stained canyon walls that glow like embers even on cloudy days. The Yellowstone River, born in the Absaroka Mountains, begins quietly, a clear, cold mountain stream winding through meadows and forests. But when it reaches the volcanic plateau that the eruption left behind, its personality changes. Over thousands of years, the river began carving its way through the weakened volcanic rock, deepening and widening the canyon, now stretching over 30 kilometers long, up to 365 meters deep, and between 450 and 1,200 meters wide. The result is not just a canyon, it's a living sculpture of stone and steam, a place where geology feels alive. The canyon's story truly begins at the Upper Falls, a 33-meter curtain of water that marks the transition between the peaceful meandering river and the wild descent into the abyss. Standing on the brink of the Upper Falls Trail, you can look straight into the heart of that transition, the exact point where calm becomes chaos. The water gathers speed, turns white, and plunges into a narrow throat of stone, sending mist swirling upward like smoke from a hidden fire. You can feel it in your chest, the vibration of thousands of gallons crashing every second. It's not just sound, it's resonance, a physical connection between you and the living earth. Many visitors stop here, mesmerized by the force, but the river is only getting started. A short drive or hike downstream brings you to the canyon's crown jewel, the lower falls. At 94 meters tall, it's the most powerful waterfall in Yellowstone, and twice the height of Niagara Falls. From Lookout Point, you can see it from a distance, framed by golden canyon walls. From Red Rock Point, you descend closer, where the roar grows deeper and the mist starts to reach your face. But the most famous view of all is from Artist Point, where the full drama of the landscape unfolds. The waterfall at the far end, pouring into a canyon painted in shades of gold, rose, and rust. In the morning, sunlight hits the canyon walls at just the right angle, making them glow as if they were lit from within. In the afternoon, a rainbow sometimes arcs across the mist, hovering just above the base of the falls. A brief, perfect moment when light, water, and wind align. Each view tells the same story from a different angle, and every visitor leaves with a different emotion. Standing there with the roar of the falls echoing through the canyon, you realize that Yellowstone isn't just a park. It's a conversation between the elements. Fire created the land, water carved it, wind shaped it, and time gave it meaning. The Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone reminds us that nature's power isn't only in destruction, but in creation. That beauty often comes from turbulence, and that, in the silence after the roar fades, we can still feel the heartbeat of the earth itself, steady, eternal, and alive.